Hey guys, what's up? It is October the 3rd, and this is one of those stone paper tablets. There was a Kickstarter for it a couple years ago, and you had this one and you had a lined one. And I wanted to see how this paper held up to ink. And so I decided to use it for Whisptober, which is what my daughter is doing. She Star Wisp on Instagram and everything for her watercolors and art. And so I wanted to see how this paper does with wet media, ink. And I also got some of these silky crayons, and they are super smooth. And you can blend them with your finger or you can blend them with water. And I can attest to that they are blendable with your finger and with water. And I'll be showing you guys a project that I did using those. I'll put a link down below in the description box for these on Amazon as well. So, my daughter came up with 31 prompts. And her first prompt was cinders. Her second prompt is bell jar. Her third prompt is thorns. Number 4 is forest. Number 5 is potions. Number 6 is brew. Number 7 is divination. Number 8 is amulet. Number 9 is moon. Number 10 is candle. Number 11 is familiar. Number 12 is crystal. Number 13 ghost love. Number 14 messenger. Number 15 old books. Number 16 garden. Number 17 cauldron. 18 moth. 19 snake. 20 herbs and spices. 21 spider. 22 fate. 23 spirit. 24 galaxy. 25 cage. 26 swamp. 27 monsters. 28 feathers. 29 pumpkin. 30 is frog. 31 is poison apple. And her hashtag on Instagram is the number sign Whisptober. So Whisptober. Alright, so the first prompt was cinders, and as soon as I saw it, the first thing that came into my mind was Pompeii and Mount Vesuvius. But being the lazy artist that I am, I did not want to try and draw one of those Pompeian people covered in ash. So I chose to draw a cinder cone volcano instead. So I just went on to Google, typed in cinder cone volcano, and I found this picture right here. Well, it's not the picture, it's my drawing of the picture. But I found a picture of a cinder cone volcano that was exploding, that was erupting. So, let me move my medicine out of the way, it's getting on my nerves. So, I did all the outline in using my Copic fountain pen that came in one of them. It's a fountain drawing pen. It came in one of the art boxes, sketch boxes that I used to get, and a lot of the stuff that they sent in the sketch boxes was watercolors and pens. So I gave all of the Winsor Newton samples they sent, I gave to my daughter. Well, she took them. I wasn't using them, and she's a watercolor, so she's welcome to them. And I kept, she had me keep all the little papers that came with it, and all the pens and stuff. Like, she took a couple of the fine liners for her artwork, which I have no problem with that. You know, she's a professional illustrator. So I just wanted it to try different art supplies to try and get my, not necessarily my mojo back, but to get me drawing and creating again, and to help me deal with stress and stuff like that. I knit, crochet, and I spin, but I call it doodling, because I'm not where I used to be as far as drawing is concerned. I have because you don't, I got stuff all over my fingernails now from playing around with those silky crayons. But if you don't use your, and I'm not even gonna say talent, if you don't use what you've learned, if you don't use that muscle mind dexterity that you've developed with drawing and stuff, your body forgets, your mind forgets, your body and mind working together to create things forgets. So I have to relearn all that stuff. Holding the pencil, I got ink, I got that stuff got everywhere. I got ink everywhere. I'm gonna have to get some Gojo and scrub from under my fingernails. This stuff gonna bother me all day until I get it from under there, if it comes from under there. Might have to wait till they grow out. I don't know. I don't know how sticky that ink is. But your body and your mind work together as a unit, and you build up what's called muscle memory. And it takes a while to get it back. And I'm a diabetic, so as part of the disease process, even if I keep my diabetes under control and keep my A1C levels, I could still develop neuropathy in my hands and toes and my fingers and stuff. So I might be losing a little bit of that tactile sensation that I used to have, but not to a degree that it's noticeable by the doctor or myself as far as touch, but to a degree that muscle memory isn't quite what it used to be. So doing this also helps me physically as a form of physical therapy as well. So anyway, this was her first prompt, which is cinders. And so like I said, I drew the cinder cone volcano. And I've never really been a coloring person. Like when the kids and stuff were little, and when I used to love coloring in coloring books. But as an adult, I pretty much was just using pencils, drawing and doodling with pencils or a pen, and not really learning how to do my values, learning how to do shading or any of that stuff. So this is going to be a big learning curve with me, because I'm determined to try and color these things. So the pens that I've been using are not expensive pens. I sketched this out with the Copic drawing pen, and these are some more pens that came in the sketch box. These are the EMOTT fine liners, and so I use these. They come on this little holder. So I use some of these for like some of the color, like the little bit spots of the color and the dots and stuff like that. I can try and get them all facing the same way so it won't bug me for the rest of the day. Alright. There. So it comes in this little holder, and there's this wine colored one, a light purple, this dark green like a evergreen, this yellow green, and then there's like this yellow ochre. So I use this wine one to make some of these marks on the paper, and I used like I have all these pens in these plastic mason jars. So I used some of these. All these are pens that were sent to me by Sketchbox, and so they got like some samples of some PK3 chameleon changing color. I didn't use any of those, but I'm just saying that these are what were available to me, and so these are what I was using. What is this? Scott B2. I guess it came in a sketch box, but I didn't pay it any mind. So that's where you put more lead in. Ooh. The whole thing just shot out. Okay, so it's a lead holder thingy. So yeah, I better leave that out so I can play with it. I thought it was like another pen or something. And so yeah, So I have these. These larger ones, a couple of Copics, like a gray Copic. They put a Sketchbox signature pen in there. This is one of mine from the dollar store. Those permanent ones. They have some deco brushes in there. A couple of colors of deco brush. They sent a couple of microns, which I already have microns. Faber-Castell. This is a warm gray. And then I have one more box. Oh, not box, but jar. And that has like Zurataki fine liner. I guess it's a gray, I guess. And another Copic. This is like in a greenish color. But and then there's some more different fine liners of like this is from Graphics. There's some Graphics fine liners. So it's just little odds and ends, fine liners, technical pens, a couple of brush pens that they sent. So I know I used that one. That's like this light orange was from that pen right there. And I used this one, which is a Delter color pen. So those are the only ones I used out of these jars, was those two colors. And so I also have a pen that says to keep it on its side. I think it's a combo pen. No, it's a color dot. But it's supposed to keep it on its side, which I think is stupid for you to have a pen, because you don't know how that pen was shipped to you, you know. So trying to get stuff put back where it's supposed to be. Alright. Okay, so like, why would you give somebody a pen where it has to be on its side? But this pen, I know I used it because I was curious about why should it have to be on its side. I don't know. But yeah. So this was prompt number 1. So I done gone all off on a tangent with y'all. And this camera is not focusing well. And it's on autofocus, but it's not focusing well. Alright. So yeah, so this is prompt 1. And this paper, it does not soak through. It doesn't soak through. These little blue spots is from this painting over here. So prompt 2 is bell jar. So I wish I had left this one just in black and white, because like I said, I don't normally color, and I'm not good at coloring. I have this image in my head of what it looks like, and I should have just left it in black and white. So yeah. So I drew, this is bugging me, this is as good as it's gonna get, guys. So the bell jar, this side came out good, this side not so much. But I was freehand drawing, so, and And then I tried to color with the markers, and it was not a pleasant experience at all. At all. So I basically messed it up trying to color it. Yeah. So it's a little pumpkin creature, and he has like these 2 leaflets with spines on them, and you know, that come out of his little pumpkin body, and then he had his little pumpkin legs, eyes, his pumpkin teeth, his little teeth, and little striped tongue. And these are supposed to be attempts at doing shadows up under him, but I really don't know how the shadows would be, considering I really don't know. I'm not good at shading and shadows and light sources and that stuff yet. So I know there would be some refraction going on because it's hitting the glass. So you will have, because it's hitting the glass, you will have secondary light sources from it reflecting off of the glass down onto stuff. I ain't want to try to deal with it, so hey, it's the best I could do, considering it probably took me 15